Hello and welcome back. In my last video I showed you the process of how to applique these heart shapes using iron-on interfacing, and that is definitely my preferred go-to method for larger shapes like this. But when I tried to use this method to applique these leaves, the lightweight interfacing kept ripping as I was trying to turn these corners. So I thought I'd try a different product, and I use this Bweb Fleece Fix by Fleece Line, which is great for using on more intricate shapes, smaller shapes, or sort of specific shapes that have a lot of points, for example stars. And the difference is that it looks like this. So there is actually a layer that eventually you would peel off before ironing on. So that's what I'll be showing you today. So this Bweb has a smooth side and a really gritty side. And the gritty side is the side with the glue dots. And you want to draw your shape onto the smooth side. And if you have a shape that's not quite symmetrical, then you can add a little letter on there for left, for example, and then flip it over, and then you can mark that on here with the letter right so that you know which way to face the fabrics later on when you come to iron them on. And because we're literally cutting on the pencil mark, you can draw them as close together as you can to save on material. And I like to do these in a batch so that I can draw quite a few, cut them out, and then have them all ready for ironing on. I'm going to put a little L in there so I know that this would be facing the left. And then a R in here. And then you literally you just cut them out. Find the rough side, which is the one with the glue dots, and the glue dots will go onto the wrong side of the fabric. And because we're cutting this to the edge, again, you can place them really close so that you're not wasting much fabric. And you want to press between 5 and 10 seconds. I usually do 10, to be honest, on this quilting cotton. And there's no steam. This is what it looks like. When you've ironed the shapes on, grab your fabric scissors and cut on the line right on the edge. An easy way to find the middle is to put a couple of creases, just lightly ironed, and that'll give you a center point and also lines. You'll also need a tea towel, and I'm going to wet this, just that it's damp and not dripping. So now you've decided where you're going to place your applique shapes, the next step is to peel off the backing paper. If you're finding it a bit fiddly to find the corner, just take a pin, score it, and then that would help you just to take the back off this way. and really carefully, because you don't want to move the applique shapes. Just lay it across. And place the iron over it another 10 seconds. And then check, yeah. And you can just go over again just to take some of the moisture out of your fabric. And there's your applique shapes. I will do a mixture of top stitching to turn the squares into quilt blocks. So here I've done a buttonhole stitch, which I cover in the other video. But I've also done some zigzag stitching, so you can see it on the back. And I actually did the zigzag stitching before quilting on this one, so you don't see it on the back of the quilt block. And I did some hand stitching for the actual quilting. This is what it looks like if you zigzag quilt. And you can just do a nice mixture, because it would give you different textures. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching.